I started wearing my father's shoes when I was about 11, I remember. And since then, he's always been somebody who's been a buddy. You know, his idea of parenting was, and he said this to me at a very young age, is that I'll never hide anything from you. I will incorporate you in all my decisions, and I will always ask you your opinion. Your job is to make sure that your opinion is something I can listen to. I think, as everybody knows, fathers and daughters have a very special bond, and mothers and sons have a very special bond. So for my father, my sister is obviously the apple of his eye, but I was always his friend, and that's something I hope I can incorporate, with Aradhya. And I think it has many benefits. Thank you very much for having me here, and may I start off by congratulating Anjaneya on this wonderful book. And what's amazing is to see somebody with such age on his side and wisdom on his side to write a book like this. We usually, lean back on people of experience and age to teach us about life. I think it's so refreshing that today's generation doesn't really necessarily believe in that. They have an opinion, they have a point of view, and thanks to Joico and Crosswords, they now have an avenue through which they can express that. Emotionally, I think, your child must always respect what all sacrifices their parents also put through. I know we're here discussing teenage blues, but I'm sure if you ask Anjaneya's mother, she'll tell you of all the things she's had to do to be able to just understand what her son wants to do. It's a huge task for a parent also to understand what a child is going through. And I just hope that my daughter, when she's a teenager, turns out to just appreciates what all her mother and her father have done or continue to do, as I, till date, as a 37-year-old, respect, acknowledge, and love my parents for all that they continue to do for me today as well.
Actually, I don't think there was one defining moment, like a linchpin, that just propelled me to write this book. It was more a series of events. I would go to school and I would see one kid just sitting in the corner, like looking furious with life. And it was morning, and we hadn't even had a morning assembly. I could understand that he would have had to get up in the morning, but that wasn't a reason to be furious. So I went and I asked him what happened, and then, the disturbing stories that I used to hear just made me think that why is this even happening? So there was a parent who made his child into a murga, squat down and hold his ears, just because he called his mother Yar by mistake. And that's just one thing I got to hear. There are many others like that. So, these things just make you think and make you wonder that why is this even happening in households? Like, it's not that the parents don't like their children. Obviously they do. But they're treating them so badly.
I think unconditional love is the first thing that any parent should learn. There's nothing more precious than a young newborn life in your lives. And it's a gift, and it's something that needs to be treasured and loved. And unconditional love is something which will just literally set everything free, and it opens so many doors. It makes you realize so much about yourself as a human being, not only as a parent. But I think what children require the most, and I'm sure any teenagers here, is that, if you just give them a bit of compassion, a bit of understanding, and a bit of space. Like ma'am was saying, you don't need to teach them anymore. They have everything at the click of a button. You have to be sensitized to their wants, and you have to sensitize them to the rest of the world. And I think that's very important.